Hey, this is 1SP. I'm back again with another one. This is only to raid somebody. Um, that's about it. I'm not really here to really talk about anything serious. I mean, if y'all want to, I mean it's okay. But here's a link to the um channel that I'm rating. The Love Empire. Yep, that's all I'm doing. We doing a raid. But yeah, back to what I was. So yeah, this is 1SP. And I just feel good today. I feel good that we're alive, and stuff like that. Oh, hey there. Oh, no, she didn't. Hey there, miss. Oh, no, she didn't. How you been? How you kids and stuff like that? Hey there, Devon McKenzie. Um, my fellow, my fellow Golden Hawk. How you been? And stuff like that. I'm just here to do a raid, you know. Um, all right, so one of the biggest things that I see right now is that everybody talking about history, making history. So how do I feel? 1SP feel about making history. I feel that anybody can make history. Anybody can make history, but only few. Some can also make a difference, but only few can make an impact. So yes, anybody can make history. If you can write, then you can make history. Um, some can make a difference, but only a few can make an impact. And I believe that everyone here, right now, can make an impact. So that is why I'm sending out this raid link. Hey there, Devon. Everybody's doing good. Yeah, how's my family is really great right now. My family is really great right now. Everybody is getting ready for this inauguration that's happening in a few hours. Well, in a bunch of hours. Um, a lot of people are nervous about it. The inauguration and stuff like that. Hey there, Sharp Bright Light. Where been? I've been trying to get this book copyrighted, and stuff like that. I'm not trying to put out more material. I'm slightly putting out more material, but I'm not putting out a lot right now, until I get this book out. But everybody like, oh, you should. I got kicks. I got kicks back in the building. Hey there, I got kicks. Hey there, sure, bright light. Hey there. So yeah, how's your family? I got kids. How's the family? Sure, bright light. How's everyone doing right now? Yeah, yeah. I'm just waiting on my copyright to go through for the book. That's it. I'm just waiting. I filed the copyright, but I'm just waiting for it to go through because I need the what is it? EIN number. I need the EIN number. To put on the book. And stuff like that. EIN is like what happens. It's like a identification of like the copyright. You know, like most people that like have material that's copyrighted, you get like a actual number and you put that on. Most of the stuff, most of the material that you copyright. It's not a trademark. A trademark is a whole different thing. A trademark can only be like a name, a slogan, you know, it can only be like stuff like that. An image could be trademark, but the actual like the actual material have to be copyrighted. The actual material have to be copyrighted. So image, name, slogan is trademark. And that trademark you could get that in a week, or you could get that in 5 days. So I'm sorry I'm bringing all this up, and stuff like that. I'm sorry, but that's why I don't put out that many videos now and stuff like that. I'm trying to get that trademark, for my book. This is just a book of poems, and stuff like that. But I'm glad that I Got Kicks is in here right now. You know, I Got Kicks is an amazing channel. Love that channel. Love Share Bright Light. Um, I even love the Thea's bunch. I love Thea's bunch. I love all these people, man. Great people. Yeah, you could put first in there, but yeah, that's what the raid is for. I came in here to actually start this raid off, and stuff like that. Start this raid off for the Love Empire. The Love Empire, great channel. I've been there more than once. I've been there more than twice, and stuff like that. The Love Empire is a channel, a YouTuber that's actually running for governor of California. So I'm really stoked, happy, ecstatic to actually have been to the channel before they put in for it. But yeah, she's running for governor of California, so I have to put that in there. I see Mr. Wise is in here. Hey there, Mr. Wise. Oh, Mr. Wise already know about her running for governor of California. Mr. Wise already know, but that's why I put that in there for, stuff like that. My son got married. Ooh! Yo, son, congratulations, Share Bright Light. Congratulations. Your son got married to a fine young lady. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. No, you're an excellent mother-in-law. Hey there, hey there. We got my brother Haggis in here. Haggis in here from the great UK. I'm glad to see Haggis in here, and stuff like that. Haggis is like one of the coolest dudes in here, man. One of the coolest dudes in. I said one of, I mean, Mr. Wise is also cool. I love Mr. Wise as well, but you don't you don't have to actually share this out. You don't have to like it, but you do. Like I said, it's a raid. It's a raid for the Love Empire. It's a raid for the Love Empire. Great channel, great channel. And stuff like that. I'm just putting that link out there so that we can actually raid that channel. And stuff like that. So, one of the biggest questions. One of the biggest questions. Um, um, One of the biggest questions is why is one SP putting out a lot of political stuff, and the be starters, um, a lot of people really don't believe this, but my family visit my channel a lot, and my family. I have some that's conservative and I have some that's liberal. I don't have any moderates in my family. So um, you have Democrats on one side of my family, and you have Republicans on one side of my family. I mean, and they're in, both, maternal and paternal side of my family. So I, on the other hand, I'm not a liberal and I'm not a conservative. I'm not a Democrat nor a Republican. So I'm in the mid. I'm not even moderate. I won't even call myself moderate because I'm like off the tangent. I'm like off the. I'm neither one. So, and one of the things that my family asked me, every member in my family asked me, why are you a nonpartisan? They're like, your vote doesn't count. You know, and what I really thought about, and you can see most of my stuff as of recently been about suicide and universal health care. It's been about that for the longest, and stuff like that. So we know that Republicans, of course, are pro-life, and we know that Democrats, of course, are pro-choice, and stuff like that. But when it comes to universal health care, It's not that way. It's not that way at all. You know, the one we say that Democrats are pro-choice, but when it comes to universal health care, well, actually, the Obamacare. Let's put the Obamacare. Let's put affordable health care. If a person cannot afford, you know, affordable health care, guess what? They get penalized. Now, let's go to Republicans. Okay, so if, since they are pro life, if someone chooses not to have um, affordable health care, then they're just off the tangent. No one even cares about them. But we say we're pro life. So and that is why 1SP is a nonpartisan, because truth be told, when it comes to universal health care, neither one of them care about it. I'm being honest. It's not advertised. It's not campaigned. It's not marketed. It's not, neither one of them care. They want to penalize you. The other one don't care if you get it or not. So, that is why I'm nonpartisan. That is why I'm nonpartisan. Because suicide still go on, whether you got insurance or not, whether you get penalized for it or not. Neither one of them really want to get to the bottom of why people commit suicide or come to a solution against suicide. If we have it's not universal if you get penalized for it. It's not universal if you don't care if they get it or not. It's not universal at all. Every life matters. Every person has a reason to live, a purpose for living. Understand that there's a lot going on in this world, and right now there are a lot of people that's dying that don't need to die right now as we speak, as we get ready for an inauguration of another president in the United States of America, the vice president of the United States of America. There's someone out there in the United States that's contemplating suicide right now as we speak. There's someone out there that do not have the insurance to actually get a heart transplant or lung or a kidney. There's someone out there that's dying because they cannot get that. And maybe they are afraid to get penalized. Or maybe someone hasn't campaigned about them getting insurance. Maybe someone. The fact of the matter is that there are a lot of things that's going on in this world, and especially in America, that's being swept under the rug. The Love Empire, that channel right there that I'm dropping right now. That channel that I'm dropping right now. The Love Empire. She speaks about a difference that we can make as content creators to combat suicide, to abolish suicide. Everybody keeps saying, oh, suicide can't be abolished. Suicide must go on. There are always going to be people that commit suicide. But if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, then you can move a mountain. So it's time we have faith the size of a mustard seed to move mountains. Suicide is going on everywhere right now. I'm not thinking about it right now. My mind is too busy thinking about other people committing it. But we can make a difference. We say Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, Hispanic lives matter. It's time we say that suicide must end. That should be a hashtag. Suicide must end. That it should be abolished. Like, suicide must end. People are killing themselves. So I'm gonna greet everyone that's in here right now. So we got the jeans, we got Blue Jeans Network in here. Hey there, Blue Jeans Network. We got Russell in here. Russell Johnson. Long time no see, my brother. Long time no see, my brother. We also have in here. Oh yeah, I'm sorry that it's so political. I'm sorry. My grandma taught me Republicans are born and Democrats are educated. Hey, your grandma. Hey, that's your grandma. That's your grandma. Can't talk back to grandma. You know, I hate baby killers. If yeah, yep. It's a lot of people, baby killers. It's a lot of people that are committing suicide out there. It's a lot of people that are getting abortions out there. Abortions, it's going on. Like it's going on. But but there are people. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of kids that have survived. Abortions. It's a lot of kids that have survived it. I think it's like what 3 out of every 500 that survive. If God got a purpose for someone to live, they're gonna live. But what I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna say is that life, life matters. Life, period. Doesn't matter what race you are. Doesn't matter what your faith is. Doesn't matter what your gender is. Life matters. Life matters. And if by any chance someone decides to tell you that you don't matter, that everything you do is wrong and nothing you do is right, and you're giving your very best every single time, please, please remove yourself from that person. Not that life, not your life, but remove yourself from that person. Understand that if they don't see how valuable you are while you're there, they will definitely see how valuable you are once you remove yourself from them. Do not take your life. That's way more important. Whatever situation take place, you can defeat whatever situation take place. Oh, I reached out to a homeless person contemplating suicide and got them in a room in a zero tolerance facility for 3 months, rent free. They refused to go because they wanted to keep drinking. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was suicidal for a long time. Yeah, suicide is a big issue. Mental health is a big issue. Do you want to abolish? How do you abolish mental health? How do you abolish mental health? You can't abolish mental health, but been living, you can abolish the act of killing yourself. You can abolish the act, like just like I wind up living. There are a lot of people that need that extra voice, that extra little bit of hope from someone else to say, hey, look, you're valuable. You have a reason to be here. And if they knew that there was a purpose, a greater purpose for them being here, that they can make an impact on the world, I guarantee you that's one less person to commit suicide. And if they can make an impact to another person that's contemplating suicide, that's another person, So suicide can't be abolished. It can be. It can be. For a moment, I thought I was gonna kill myself, but I didn't. I heard my little son Malik, my youngest son, crying and stuff like that. In the other room, I tried to drown myself. And stuff like that. I could hear it through the. I'm like, why do I hear it? How did I hear it through those? The water. How did I hear it? And God must have allowed me to hear him crying. You know, I've been in a marriage where I was abused. I've been in a marriage where I was abused. I mean, I don't hit women, and my ex-wife took full advantage of that. My chain of command, while I was in the military, took full advantage. Got barred from re-enlistment and stuff like that, cause I couldn't, maintain, my home. I kept getting beat up. Bus slip all the time and all of that. So I got barred from, promotions and stuff like that. The local authorities were like, if you didn't hit her, then there's nothing I can do. It was crazy. It was crazy. And suicide was like there was no way out of that. But I had to remove myself from that person. In the moment I removed myself from my ex-wife, I wound up not being suicidal. I know she probably watching this right now, and she know what was going on, and stuff like that. And yeah, she know what was going on. She know why she was abusive towards me. I don't know why. I don't know why. I cooked, I cleaned, the bills were paid. Like I still do not know. I mean, she needed, passion. I lit the candles. I did. The I gave her oil massages. I did everything right. Every payday, new flowers. So it, I do not understand. I cannot fathom why, she would be abusive towards me. I can't. But it is what it is. Her nails, she want nails done, she got nails done. She want a new outfit, she got a new outfit. Kids need clothes, kids got clothes. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know one thing, that I had to remove myself from that situation. And the moment I did, I saw value in my life. I saw value in me. Even though I was barred from promotion and reenlistment and all that other stuff, I saw value in myself. And I'm telling you right now that it's a lot of people out there that have value. It's a lot of people out there. I'm still dropping this link. Hey there, Mo. How you been, Mo? Hey there. Hey there, Terra info for you. Terra in here? Yes. Suicide. Yeah. Hey there, V. Hey there, Vivo. Yeah. See, the problem is suicide. Is thank you for the. I remember. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. I've been super chat a lot of people. I need to go over there, and show some love now. I feel bad. I need to go over there and show some love. But yeah, I'm still trying to rate the love empire. Still rating the love empire. But that's how we feel right now. We need to get better at communicating to one another. Like I said, an inauguration is going on inauguration is going on in a few hours, and there's still someone out there that's contemplating suicide. There's still someone out there that do not see value in their own lives. There's still someone out there that's doing all of that. And we must get better at communicating, and stuff like that. So, yeah, we all have a purpose. When we attack, Yes, that's when the attack of the enemy. Yep, trying to stop you from defeating his plans. Oh yeah, yeah. I agree, Mo. I agree, Mo. We all need to find a way to encourage one another. Right now, inspiration is key. And stuff like that. And I know right now that a lot of people are like, wow, why are you talking about, you know, suicide and universal health care and how, it doesn't work like that. Well, I'm telling you right now, as a non-person, I see that universal health care is, but all this penalizing people because they don't have insurance. You should like campaign about the insurance options that's out there. No one going around knocking on doors. Hey, do you have the affordable health care that's out there? Here's a list of all the health cares that here's all the list of all the health care plans that you people that you are available for, that we have available for you. Here's all the list of them. But no one does that. No one does that. They want to penalize you because you don't know about it, but they didn't, like campaigned it. No one knocking on your door. When they needed a census done, guess what? People are knocking on your door. When they need, they're not even knocking on your door for the COVID vaccine. If you're elderly, and you're not mobile, guess what? All they do is a phone call. They don't come knocking on your door like they really want. Like what they said they need 5 million people done. They're not knocking on your door like they really need it done. That's what they need to be doing. They need to start knocking. You still could give a 6 feet distance. You could knock on somebody's door and back up 6 feet. It shouldn't be an issue about that. But they're not doing it. They don't care, and stuff like that. We say, oh, the Democrats are better. Oh, the Republicans are better. Guess what? Neither one are knocking on doors trying to get everybody cured. Neither one of them. So they doing phone calls. That's it. That's all they doing. Oh, you fell asleep? That's good. That's good. Yeah. And I apologize if you guys stand out there, in the cold, in the rain, in the sun, waiting for people to show up, and stuff to get their tests done and stuff like that. I apologize if you guys stand out there for that. I apologize if you got wait inside a empty building, and stuff like that, where people are not showing up. And when you do see people show up, they cannot get the vaccine. I know it makes a lot of people upset when they got to turn around 300 people because they fail qualification because they don't cough. If you're over a certain age, I thought that you can get. But some people that's in the right age bracket, but because they don't have any symptoms, they turn them around and they don't vaccine them. You know what? They need to vaccinate the people that's incarcerated, that's elderly. They're not doing that. They're not worried about people that's incarcerated that's elderly. They're not doing that. But, hey, but if your numbers are still skyrocketing, and stuff like that, you're still skyrocketing in cases and in deaths. Think about the people that are incarcerated. Think about the people that are in nursing homes that get passed by. Think about them people. Think about the homeless community that's not getting any vaccines. Think about them people. The elderly people in the homeless community, the elderly people that's incarcerated, they're not getting vaccines. They're not. Not all the homeless people are getting vaccines. These are people that don't have extensive access to hand sanitizer and masks. So you know, it's a lot of things that's going on. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. They announced that they're running out of tests. They won't have enough to do second go around, and doctors are worried. Yep, they are worried. The doctors are worried. 300 Jackson Street. Good to see you are. Yeah. Hey there. Hey there, Jackson Street. You sound like New York rules. They threw away a bunch of vaccines. See, this thing, like, I don't think no one realized that. I don't think that no one realized that a lot of this stuff that's going on in this nation with the vaccines, with suicides, a lot of this stuff that's going on is crazy. It's chaotic. I understand that we can do so much to blame the commander in chief, and we could keep blaming the commander in chief. But let's be honest that right now they're not marketing, or they're not trying to reach the right audience. Hey, look, you need a vaccine. They're not doing all of that. They're not knocking on doors. They're calling people. They're sending text messages. They're if you got a vaccine that can cure an illness that's going to kill and wipe out a whole generation. Yeah, I mean, it's going to wipe out, like, it could literally wipe out the elderly population like it's nothing. But if you got a vaccine that can cure that can cure a whole generation, right, from dying, right? Shouldn't you be, like, really trying to reach out to that demographic? Shouldn't you be, like, really, really, like, you should be doing TV ads? You should be doing, like, you should be on the radio. Like, you should be all over the place. But no, the news is the one that's, like, doing everything. No, we can't get the news reporters to do everything. We should be doing commercials for this stuff. You got a vaccine, a cure for COVID-19, and you don't even have a commercial for it. You're not knocking on doors, but you did all of this during when the census was out. They did all of that. They had commercials for it. They had people knocking on your doors, and stuff like that. They tried to get this done so quick. They had only 1 year. Guess what? They did it in 7 months. They did the census in 7 months. They only had 1 year to do it. And you mean to tell me that, and they did more than the elderly population. They did everybody. And you mean to tell me that they cannot reach out to the elderly population and tell them how important this vaccine is and get all of them taken care of? You mean to tell me they can't get that done? Hey there, Aaron. Hey there, Aaron. People, the people around them are getting sick, not knowing that they are asymptomatic. Yep, that's it, man. The humans are possibly getting animal tuberculosis, but I am vaccinated against it. Yeah, man. This is crazy, man. This is crazy how this vaccine is. It's crazy that we're in. Think about this. The entire 2020, that we had the entire 2020, right? vaccine. If vaccine didn't come to the end, right? We're in 2021. Vaccine at the beginning. All right. Now, what are they gonna do? We really need to market this stuff. Like, no one is saying that. We really need to put this on commercials. Like, reach out to people. Really get the people getting this shot. Like, it's very important. We want the American people to thrive. But you know, suicide's happening. We need to. They could do a commercial for how tobacco kills, but they can't do a commercial on how suicide must end. Like this is this is this is really really bothering me. You know. Stop messing with bats. Oh, you want the panel up here? All right. Let's drop the panel. I've never really tried to do a panel this year, but let's drop the panel down there. Let's put that panel in there. Let's get people talking about suicide and talking about the vaccine. All right. Here you go. Go ahead. You're next. Go ahead. Let's do it. Do I have anyone? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, see, nobody want to come on my panel. Putt King! Putt King in the building! Putt King! Putt King in the building! I got to highlight Putt King, bro. I got to highlight Putt King. Putt King in the building. All right. I'll highlight it, Putt King. But yeah, I dropped the link for people to come up here on the panel. I know a lot of people say that the panel is weird, and stuff like that. That they'll kick you off if a certain amount of people get on there, or they'll kick you off if what. I done been threatened to be kicked off so many times since I've been on this platform. I hope everyone who is contemplating suicide is also diagnosed with PTSD. Diagnosed with PTSD knows that there are tons of research that says a pet is almost a cure. Well, yep. A pet is almost a cure. Yeah, those furry companions. I honestly prefer reptiles because I don't got fur. I prefer reptiles instead. The like and share the screen. Thank you, Devon McKenzie. We got Aaron. Backstage right quick. Everybody, please welcome the real Aaron Collins.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Say hello, my brother.
I think we've been. We shared a panel before together. I think we talked together before.
Oh yeah. You called in once.
Yeah. I knew your name looked really familiar. So man.
Studio
B! Heavy stuff.
Sorry. Say again?
Talking about some really heavy stuff, man. Yeah, suicide is real, man, especially living in the times that we're living in with this pandemic and all. And a lot of people feel that the life that they had has changed overnight. And I admit it has. And I'm just looking at how it's affecting and impacting people. People can't get on with the way they used to do things. So they feel that they have no other recourse. They feel that they don't have a reason to live, and we already know that's a trick of the enemy. So yeah,
yeah, man. What I've been saying all this time, about suicide, is that honestly, our government is not really pushing for suicide to end. Our government, think about it. You're in a government that talk about all men are treated equal and all women are treated equal. All men and women together are treated equal. But they are not talking about how suicide must end. You're treated equal when you're not suicidal. But the moment you become suicidal, the nation don't care.
Yeah,
Like,
unfortunately they don't, and it's basically they all it is they chalk it up. It's just another body count for them.
you know, I'm gonna tell you how a lot of people like, oh, universal health care is not the answer for people that's freeloading, right? True
Right.
enough, people freeload, people abuse the system. I agree. But let me tell you something about people that are suicidal and how universal health care can help them out. People that are not diagnosed properly, people that we didn't even know had a symptom of being suicidal, you know, or had dyslexia, or had some kind of mental, illness. Let me tell you how universal healthcare can help them out. Think about this. If everyone that we knew that was okay can afford psychiatric help, everyone that we thought was okay can afford psychiatric help, what about the ones that cannot afford psychiatric help to get diagnosed?
Right. It's not an
What
even
about those
playing
that
field.
cannot afford it to get diagnosed? This Affordable Health Care Act, you know what it does? It penalizes people that cannot afford it. It penalizes people. Obamacare penalized people. The Republicans didn't like it. So what they did, they removed that penalty. But do they still try to get people on it? No. They let them go. They let them go. This is people are still killing themselves and they cannot afford insurance. They cannot afford to get evaluated. I'm sorry. I bring up suicide so much in my streams. I'm sorry that I talk about getting health care for people that are not diagnosed. I'm sorry I talk about all of these things that do not matter to a population that care about getting the next stimulus.
Now I get it. Basically, it's
If you care about getting your stimulus more than you care about getting some kind of mental stability, in this time of depression, if you think your stimulus gonna get you over into the next purpose, into the next destiny, into the next calling that you have, if you think that stimulus gonna get you over, instead of getting the healthcare that you need to get over to that next season, because guess what? That next season of abundance, that stimulus gonna be gone. What you gonna do? Look for another one? Look for another one? It's time we get over this stimulus. That's all they doing. They shooting us hush money. That's all that is. Hush money. And you still not getting the health care you need. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not worried about the stimulus. I'm not worried about stimulus. I'm sorry. I know as a black man, I'm supposed to be worried about stimulus. It's entitled to me. Yeah, I'm owed that. But guess what else I'm owed? Guess what else I'm owed? I'm owed to a nation where everyone is treated equally, where everyone get the health care that they need, where everyone thrive in abundance like they should be. That's
Well,
what
the
I'm
fact
owed as
that
a black man in America.
United the United States has always been a capitalist country. It's a capitalist nation, and that's basically what it's all about. It's more like the haves and the have-nots. Those who have it, they continue to get more. Unfortunately, those who don't have it,
Oh, hey,
they
dog.
get. And
Sorry.
it's never been an even playing field. And suicide is basically the elephant in the room that they want to continue to sweep under the rug. But the more and more it happens, the more you try to sweep it under the rug. This is what happens when you try to sweep more dirt under the rug. What happens? The rug eventually starts the rise because there's so much dirt under there until it's just so much dirt until the
Preach.
dirt gets to be so much
Preach.
where it just pushes the rug off anyway. So
That's right.
eventually it's being exposed.
Preach. But yeah, that's what I see, man. People are dying, man. People are killing themselves. You know, I talk about the vaccines, how they want elderly to get vaccines, you know, and stuff like that. You know, and they're complaining about the people that they offer the vaccines to rejecting it. They complain about the elderly and first responders rejecting it. I'm like, what about the homeless population? It's elderly people in the homeless population that they're not giving the vaccines to. What about the people that's incarcerated? It's elderly people that's incarcerated that they're not giving the vaccine to. Nobody go to them.
Right.
Nobody go to them. But you know what? We supposed to look at the numbers and be devastated. We supposed to look at the numbers and be devastated because somewhere in our areas where we live, you know, there's a bunch of people dying because they're not getting the vaccines. You know where they are? They're incarcerated. They're homeless. That's where they are. They're in nursing homes. That's where they are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're forgetting a lot of people. You know, they're people too because they're incarcerated. We treat them less than human. They got a reason to live just like everybody else because they're homeless. We treat them less than human. They got a reason to live just like everybody else because they're in a nursing home. We treat them less than human. They got reason to live just like everybody else. If we got more respect for, you know what? You know what? Pets, animals. They got
Yep.
more organizations that got their back than homeless people got.
I agree. And don't get me wrong, I love animals like the next person, but I'm not going to put a dog's life over a human being's.
They got more organizations that got their back.
Matter of fact, they have it that if you even hurt a dog, you looking at some serious time. They'll penalize you if you hurt a dog or a rare gorilla or something. If you hurt a fellow human being, oh well, okay.
Oh, they got the suicide hotline in the chat. You see that? They got the suicide hotline in the chat. That's nice. That's nice. But it's still out there. It's still out there. When a person gonna kill themselves, they don't look at no phone. They don't look at no phone. You need to put the suicide hotline number on a knife, on a razor. That's where you need to put it. Need to put it on a gun. Pull it on that bullet that goes inside the gun. Put the suicide hotline number on there. You want to market suicide prevention? Put it on every utensil that a person could use to kill themselves.
That's a good
You
idea.
know what? In Florida, I'm gonna tell you something. Florida, for some reason, I know this is going to, the Santis probably gonna hear this, the governor probably gonna hear this and get pissed off and try to throw the live stream off, whatever the case may be. I don't care. I really don't care. But in Florida, for some reason, just like it happened all the way back in 1920 something, all the way up until now, every time a black person get found in a tree by news, it's a suicide. It's a suicide. It's a matter of convenience that they hung themselves with news. It's a matter of convenience. I don't know how a person get 13 feet in the air and get on the news. I don't understand that.
There.
Every time a black man is hung, it's a suicide. But they have a full investigation. They have a full investigation. If a white person shoot himself in the head, they have a full investigation for that. In Florida. I don't know what it is in your state, but the most recent one that we know of was in October. A black man, young man, 25 years old. Think about it. Suicide is everywhere. Suicide is everywhere. And if he hung himself, maybe he will never diagnosed with anything. If we got universal health care, we could get everybody diagnosed so that we can prevent suicide from happening. And if he got, let's say he got lynched, we can put anti-lynching laws in every state. Since we can't do it as a country, let's do it by state. We can't pass the law because Rand Paul, you know, he's a good senator. I admit he did a lot of good things for Kentucky. I admit he made the Derby virtual and everything. You know, he really digitized Kentucky. But other than that, he wasn't for the anti-lynching bill. He wasn't for the anti-lynching bill. And if we gonna have to get passed as a nation, if we got to pass it by state, then we got to pass it by state. We got to do it state by state before we get done as a nation. You know? But it's still happening. It's still happening. It's still going on. We got suicide going on. We got people dying because they're not getting vaccines. It's still going on. They say they want to get 5 million people done by the end of the quarter. How they gonna get done if they're not knocking on doors? Oh, I've been talking the whole time. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, as far as this so as far as this vaccine is concerned, I already made it clear I have no intention of getting it. For one thing, it's not proven, and you notice how they want to test everything on the black community. They use so many of these new techniques, and they want to use us as the guinea pigs. It's been happening since Tuskegee.
Mm-hmm.
They use this unproven, untested stuff, and they use it on us. And as far as this pandemic is concerned, you know, I get it. They want people to be safe, but these fear-mongering tactics that they're using in the media, that's exactly what they are. A lot of this stuff they exaggerate. They say that these cases are rising. Well, where's the proof? And then they conflate the number of people that are contracting this pandemic, this virus, with number of gunshot victims, with people who have died of other ailments and other things. but they automatically say, "Oh, they did die of COVID because to get more money."
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. But they also use pandemics to kill the black community too. So I mean, they also use, they use the AIDS epidemic. Well, actually, it was HIV before it was AIDS, but they use the
Right.
HIV epidemic, the slaughter, the whole. Well, not just the black community, but all the minorities. They gave it to Native Americans. They gave it to they gave it African Americans, even Hispanics. All of that. They gave it to every Asians. They gave it to everybody. You know, and it was in the beginning. It was turn up black people. It was turn up black people until Freddie Mercury got it. Once Freddie Mercury got it, oh, white people could get it too.
They made a bigger issue out of it with Freddie Mercury. Not to mention, he was also a rock star. He was the lead vocalist for Queen.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. And
and then
plus
Rock.
he was bisexual too. So
And,
yeah, and then
and then
they
Rock
say
Hudson,
hmm?
and then Rock Hudson got it, the actor.
Yeah. Yeah. George Michael, all of them. But what I'm trying to say is that they use these pandemics to kill minorities as well. So, they finally got they finally got, actual prep that really, really works, and stuff. But it's $2,000 a month to have? $2,000 a month to have? So you mean to tell me it's some affordable health care again? They get penalized if they can't pay the $2,000, with the affordable health care, and stuff like that. But if we had universal health care, a person that cannot afford it can still thrive. And to the point where they could pay their $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Get them to a point.
I just said it earlier. It's an uneven playing field. And anytime when we get seemingly close, they move the goalpost.
I mean, you could get to a point with Magic Johnson. You could get to Magic Johnson status where, like, you still have kids and all of that and have a thriving family and stuff, but $2,000 a month to get where Magic Johnson at. Everybody want to know it's $2,000 a month to get where he at. So I brought that up because that was an epidemic that killed minorities. That was an epidemic that killed minorities, and to get the cure for that would cost money. Now, when we get to this COVID-19 and a vaccine and stuff like that, we're trying to get the elderly population out the way. And stuff like that. But they're not knocking on doors. They're not trying to get nobody attention. And I understand your reservations. You want to see more trials. You want to see more tests done, and stuff like that. If they would did it by blood work, maybe that would have helped. They do it by your blood type like they do in the military. When they give you a vaccine in the military, they do it by your blood type. They don't give you a random vaccine for every blood type. No, they give you specific vaccines for your blood types. So, I mean, maybe if they would have did by blood type, then maybe some people wouldn't get reservations. But they don't do it by blood type. Yep, you're right. COVID-19 don't do it by blood type. They don't. And the trials we're not as rigid as any other trials. You're right. You're right. But a lot of people feel confident in the technology, and maybe we gotta see if everybody okay after the first wave of shots. Maybe we gotta see if they're okay. I could wear my mask. I could sanitize. I could do all of that. But I know that there's an elderly population that need the vaccine. I know that there are unreached people that do not have access to a car, do not have access to a phone, and do not have access to a computer that need the vaccine, that want the vaccine. I know that. And I know that not everybody's going to give a homeless person transportation to a spot where they give vaccines. Not everybody going to do that. But we have people put in place to give them transportation. We have people put in place. You think these so-called first responders are picking up homeless people? Hey, look, you want a shot for the COVID-19? You want a shot? No, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. Hey, let me go get your vaccine. No, they're not doing that. They're not. They're not doing it. The ones that's incarcerated. You think correction officers, CEOs coming up to them, hey, look, you want your shot for the COVID-19? They're not doing that. They ain't doing that. They're letting people die. Now, do I know if it cure elderly people? I don't know. I ain't elderly, so I don't know. They're not doing it by blood type, though. At least they should be offered. Even if it don't, if you feel that don't cure nobody, at least they should be offered. You should at least get offered, right? Right?
Well, they're already offering it. Actually, they're trying to make it mandatory, and that's the one thing I'm not going to be made to do anything. I'm not going to be forced to do nothing, and it's going to be my prerogative. It's going to be my decision and mine only.
So wait, they forcing it? Where you at?
I know I hear that they're trying to force the period.
You're in California, right?
Yeah, but no, they're not forcing it. But I'm hearing eventually they're going to make it mandatory everywhere. I don't care what they make.
What's his name? Newsom, right? You on the Newsom, right?
Yeah, Gavin Newsom. That's what I call him, Nuisance.
Yeah, you under him. Democrat. You under him. His dad, his old boy was a judge. Yeah, you under him in San Francisco. Yeah, you under him.
I'm not in San Francisco, but yeah.
Yeah, his dad. Yeah. Your governor, his dad was judge in San Francisco.
I know you're talking about his dad was the mayor of San Francisco at one time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard. It's a lot of politics. Oh man, he is he's a career politician. Gavin Newsom. Yeah, he's a career politician. Really if he make it mandatory, then yeah, y'all gonna be stuck, man. Y'all gonna be stuck, man. But a lot of people leaving California now. A lot of people leaving. They're leaving during the pandemic. Like, that's a shame. They really don't like him. They leaving during the pandemic. That's horrible. So what? I don't know what it's like to be. I don't know what it's like to be offered and then rejected. How does that change your outlook on the pandemic? How does that change your outlook on the pandemic?
I mean, as far as this pandemic is concerned, I mean, yeah, I'll take it seriously enough, but I don't really let it cloud my mind, to be honest with you. I just go about my day-to-day routine. I do what I'm supposed to do. Mm-hmm. I wear a mask. I sanitize. I don't like to, but I do it to help keep people safe, ease people's state of mind, you know, to give them a peace of mind and stuff, because some establishments won't let you in their places without a mask. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll do it. But as far as living in fear, that's one thing I refuse to do. I'm not going to do that at all.
Well, I agree with you. I can't be in fear myself. I can't. One thing that I do find weird is when I do go to one of these establishments, right? That does make it mandatory to wear a mask, and I got on my mask. Now, when I got on my mask, and then I see a person that do not have on their mask. You know, the first time I said like, "Hey, look, you don't have on a mask," the person like people got mad at me. You know, when I don't say nothing and I look at them and they, what you looking at? I'm like, nothing. I don't know how to tell them. Like, I don't see why people get upset about wearing a mask. I really don't see what's the big deal about wearing a mask. Well, why a person would get upset about wearing a mask. You know, why would you use your shirt to cover your face when you know to wear a proper covering? You know, in some places, even if you're against it, you know that it makes the person in charge of this facility feel safe. You know, if it makes them feel safe for me to shop, then I'm gonna do it. Like, there's nothing wrong with me doing it. Like, it's just like with Walmart with these receipts. It makes no sense for them to look at your receipt, but if it get me in and out, there you go. Look, oh well, you know. And they don't even like to look when you only got one item. They don't even like to look at when you only got one item, but I do it anyway. I'll be like, yeah, no, I don't want to see that dog. We got one item. Look anyway. You looking at everybody else's? Put a happy face on there too while you look at it. You know, but I do. I tell them put a happy face on. If you're gonna look at it, you might as well draw a happy face. You know, it's customer service, so you might as well draw a happy face. But that's what I. That's what.
With the way the media is doing it, first of all, I mean, like I was saying, the media has been fear mongering people since this whole thing started. And my thing is this: is that I trust and believe in the Lord and what
Okay.
He has to
Yeah.
say. Now, like I
Yeah.
said, to ease people's give them a peace of mind. I'll wear the mask. And as far as hand sanitizing and washing up, well, to me, you're supposed to be doing that anyway.
That's
It
common
shouldn't have
sense. Yeah.
taken. Yeah, that's common sense right there. It shouldn't take a pandemic for you to wash your own tail, for you to wash your hands. That's just common. That's just personal hygiene right there. That's just something you should automatically know to do. You should have known. Your parents should have taught you that when you were a kid. I mean,
Even if they didn't, you should have known to wash your hands. You could learn that in school, even if your parents
yeah,
didn't teach you. You know, like
yeah. I
I
mean,
know we used to make lines when I was in elementary school, and we used to make lines just to go wash our hands,
mm-hmm. I mean,
just to
that
go
that's
wash
something
our.
you should.
Like,
That's something you should have been doing pre-pandemic. I mean, before the pandemic, you should have been doing that. So,
yeah, I agree, man. I agree, but a lot of people, they want to be the so-called. I won't even say outlaw. It's not even an outlaw thing because it's not a law yet. So, but they want to be hard, so to speak, hard,
mhm.
and in being hard, you really, a lot of people really don't look at what they're really doing, by not washing their hands. You're making it harder for yourself. Let's say you don't get COVID-19. But let's say you get laryngitis, or hepatitis, like
Mhm.
that, like,
Mhm.
like you made it hard for yourself by
Yeah,
not
it's like
washing your
okay,
hands.
it's like you don't wash your. Okay, fine. I mean, okay, you the one that's gonna get sick, not me, because you don't wash your hands, because you trying to put on some fake macho routine that you think real men don't wash their hands. Okay, well, you gonna be
Or
a
real
real
women don't wash.
here, and you gonna be real and sick at the same time.
Yeah, like it's. I've seen women get mad, and I've seen men get mad, and stuff like that. But
I mean, can
you
you
know,
see there too? Here lies so and so. He was real. and that's why he in the ground 6 feet deep because he was real.
You know, but yeah, that's what people are doing now. You know, they get upset. You know, you tell them you need 6 feet. You know, they're like, 6 feet for what? For what? Oh,
Yeah.
this
So
is white man made up uh disease thing. I'm like, hey, I got,
I knew
I got,
I'd be like,
I got a cousin that died from it. I got an auntie that died from it. Like, it could be made up, but they dead. Like, it could be
yeah,
made
they're
up,
like,
but they dead. You know. So I
I
mean,
need you 6 feet because I'm like, for one thing, you screaming in my face right now. I don't need you being this close to me. I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
But what I learned, I had to listen to my kids. My kids like, Dad, let's just go somewhere else. And I'm like, you know what? You probably right. We should just go somewhere else, man. That worked. That worked. Like because think about it. The time that you waste trying to explain how a person should wash their hand, a grown man should wash his hands before he leave the bathroom. The time you
Mm,
wasting telling
oh,
somebody, "Hey, look, give me 6 feet." Like the time that you wasting in a line telling somebody give you 6 feet, you could have went somewhere else and got what you wanted. So yeah, it's really it's sad. It's mind boggling how a person could like a grown man could leave a bathroom without washing his hands. It's mind boggling. Like
that gets on my
I don't
that
see
gets on
how
my
I don't see how could a grown man go inside the bathroom even if you don't use it. Let's say you don't use it. Like the fact that I'm in the bathroom would make me want to wash my hands before I go back outside.
yeah. Just by the sheer fact that, oh, I'm in a room where people handle their business. So
That
so
feces is like feces is in here, man. Like, nah, I gotta wash my hands.
yeah.
Even if I don't use the bathroom, I wash my hands. Like that's like
And then I'm
I
gonna
do
take a
not like.
towel. Then I'm gonna take a towel and open the door with it.
Yep. Like people don't. I don't know. I don't know. It's grown men like that, but we shouldn't have to. You as a grown man shouldn't have to tell another man to wash his hands. You know, and stuff like that. And
Nope.
that's when you gotta leave places like that. You know, and stuff like that. You know, when restaurants be like, "Oh, why you left?" You know, like, "Why you paying for the bill so soon?" You know, it's you can't explain to them that, hey, you're housing a customer that did not wash their hands. No, you can't tell them that. I just leave now. Then I make a scene because then the person in the restaurant gonna want to know who it is. And no, I'm not going through all that. You should know your own customers, you know. But you should know. Like everybody should know that. You know that these things are common sense. Washing hands is really common sense. Sanitizing your hands. I mean, it's no substitute for soap and water, but if you gotta sanitize right quick, because you're not near soap and water, then go ahead sanitize. But you need to get right near some soap and water after you sanitize. You know,
Wash it for 20 seconds. I mean, I don't see what's so hard about that.
I don't know. People count the 20 seconds, and stuff like that. They like I see the person do it 1, 2, 3. But you shouldn't even be counting. Like if you grew up washing your hands, you shouldn't even be counting. Like what you counting for? If you count to 20, why stop at 20? Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That's like saying that's like saying you pray 3 times a day. Why pray 3 times a day if you could pray 5? Or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10. Like that makes no sense. Like if you why put a limit on something that's gonna help you? Why put a limit on it? If you could last 20 seconds washing your hands, you might as well go 30. Might as well go 30. Nobody else want to wash their hands. Might as well go 30. And if it's like 5 sinks still, oh yeah, have a blast with that. Keep washing your hands. Ain't no line behind you. You know, but yeah, people do that. People get mad and stuff. But we have to remember that right now that the devil is busy. And a lot of people, you know, want to be hard and stuff like that, which does them no justice. But like truth be told that we must be stronger and resilient. And you know, I've been saying earlier that we need to remove ourselves from people that are not helping us. You know, if that's not helping you, remove yourself from them. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, why
understand.
argue with a person that want to argue? Like you giving them the satisfaction that they need. They want you to argue with them. You know, so don't even argue with them about washing their hands, giving you 6 feet, or you know, wearing a mask. And don't go through that with them. You know what? If you care about them wearing a mask so much, buy them a mask and give
Yep.
it to them sealed. Give it to them sealed. You know, don't even say why you gave it to them. Here, here, my brother. Here, my sister. I want to see you thriving tomorrow. You know, that's it. You know,
Yep.
I got in an argument with a dude about a mask at a gas station, right? And and they the attendant there didn't make it no better because like I was like, you know, they were cussing him out, and then they told him to get the H out and all of that and stuff like that. And you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just buy the man a mask, and that's what I did. I bought the man a mask, and stuff like I was like, here you go, sir. I'm sorry for even like, I didn't even know they was gonna argue with you. This is my first time telling somebody to wear a mask, and stuff like that. But look, I want to see you alive tomorrow. So I'm giving you this mask. I just bought it from them. They told me not to come and see you. I prayed on the way coming over here to talk to you. And like for real, I want to see you alive tomorrow. You may not think the virus real, but it didn't kill my relatives. And I want to see you alive tomorrow. And I gave it to him and
Right.
I bumped fists with him, and that was that. You know. It was,
That's pretty noble of you to do that.
it was like he didn't know what to say. He was like thank you, man. After I walked out, I was like, thank you, man. Hey, thank you, man. And he put the mask on and went inside.
That was what's up, man.
So, but yeah, it's true. It's true, man. Like a lot of people, like if you want to wear a mask and you know that they can't afford one, get them one. It ain't that hard. Even if they can't afford it, get them one. You know, instead of telling them wear a mask, give them a mask. And stuff like that. A lot of people ain't gonna give them free masks, but if you did, you saved somebody else's life. Who knows? They can't afford sanitizer, get them sanitizer. Homeless population need it like crazy. They need sanitizer like crazy. Get them the foaming soap. I did that. I got a few homeless people. The foaming soap that you just squeeze and stuff, and then the soap foam in your hand and stuff. They like that stuff. They love that stuff. They ask me for more
You know,
every
it's
time they see me. They ask me for
the
more every
problem
time
is
they see me. Huh?
people are more concerned, or people are worried about the wrong thing nowadays.
Yeah, they are. Hello? 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 Oh no, I don't like that one. I'll go back to this one. I don't want to be the star. No, I can't be the star. I'll be the triangle. Aaron don't like got quiet on us. It was good.
Still here? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
people. Yeah, I can hear you now. People don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I
People
was
don't change their
responding
mind.
to
People change their mind all the time, but I know for sure that if you help somebody out, then they'll look back and be like, "Whoa." I homeless community is. They need sanitizer. Like they want sanitizer. Put it that way. They want sanitizer. They want the foaming soap and all of that stuff. They want people to get a mask and stuff like that. And
yeah.
you think they're looking for money all the time? No, they want to live to see the next day. And stuff like that. They
Some
want
of them are
food.
looking funny, some of them want food, and like out here, I'm literally seeing blocks and blocks of tent cities and stuff, and I think to myself, man, I'm grateful to have a roof of some four walls over my head because there was a
Mhm.
time when I was in shelters and I spent the night on city buses and trains and stuff like that. So I know what that lifestyle is like. I mean, I
Mhm.
didn't live in the tents and stuff like that, but close enough to it. I mean, I know what it's like to be homeless, and not just here, but and other places I lived as well. So
Mm. Now, that's one thing that I'm blessed to not experience. That's one thing I'm blessed to not experience.
yeah, and it's not a
That's not nice, man. Like when I see, it's like so many people that's like, oh, it's so many people. Like, how can we be such a strong nation and still have homelessness? Like, I don't get stuff like that. I don't get
yeah.
how can we be such a strong nation and have suicides? It makes no sense to me. I understand you say it's a capitalist country, but when you ask the people, the upper echelon of America, is this a capitalist country? They get mad. No, it's not a capitalist country. What's wrong with you? I'm like, you know,
Yeah,
what's wrong with you? Nothing run by the almighty dollar. Everything runs by the heart and by unity, and stuff like that. And true enough, that's what we want to believe. We want to believe that we are strong and we are united.
they
We
give you
are one big family. We want to believe that, but
they give you the
I guess
textbook
family,
answer.
yeah, family values. This whole American dream and stuff like that. You know, you know, the dream of us being, you know, thriving, on American soil and everything like that, building great, you know, family values on American soil and stuff like that. All of that is beautiful. All of that is beautiful. But you think they're gonna give? You think that this country honestly gonna give a homeless person, the opportunity to build American value, well, family values on its own? A homeless family, you think they're gonna give it to them? No.
It's a good point there too. I mean, it's unfortunate. And then you got a lot of homeless veterans out there. Now it shouldn't be no homeless veterans. These people that risk life and limb. Some of them gave their life and limb to fight for this nation, and this is the type of thanks they get for it.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. I'm sorry to admit it. As a veteran myself, I done seen them out there. I've
And then
seen
you
them,
get
and
some of
sometimes
these guys that are suffering from PTSD. Like some of these guys are not haven't been properly debriefed, particularly those coming back from Iraq and even going further back, coming back from Vietnam. A lot of them, they still think they're in at war, even though we're living in 2021. They still think that they're back in that rice paddy in Vietnam, or some of them still think that they're in the desert in Iraq and haven't been properly transitioned from war into peacetime, and
Hey,
that's dangerous.
sometimes
That,
it's like that.
so
Like sometimes it's like that, especially on New Year's or
Mhm.
or Independence Day. Sometimes it's like that. Like I don't like to even like be out of my room on those days, like at all. You know, because I know that I'm gonna get flashbacks just by hearing the gunshots all night and all day.
Mm.
So I don't even like to be outside my room, and stuff like that. So that like you can't help. Like I don't care how much medication you take, you hear gunshots like you do on the 4th of July or you hear on New Year's, like you just can't help how you feel. You can't help that. Like I don't care how many meetings you go to, you just can't help how you feel about that after being in war once or twice, probably 3, 4, 5 times. Like you can't help
Yep.
that. If you ever been shot at in war, like it's not like getting shot at on the street. On the street, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shots probably at you, and stuff like that. One probably nick you or two probably nick you, whatever the case may be. But when you go to war, you get shot at. It's more than 10 shots. It's more than one time a day. It's 3 times. Sometimes you'd be lucky if you get 2 or 1 time a day. And stuff like that. So it's hard. But homelessness for veterans, my class, I don't know what to say about that because Vietnam. I'm not about the Vietnam veterans. Like for a long time, the Vietnam veterans been overlooked, especially the ones of color. They've been overlooked, and stuff like that. You know, they've been treated second class. They didn't really get no VA benefits and stuff like that. And it was hard. It's been hard for them. You know, I'm glad that they opened the door for me, so that when I came back, when I transitioned, VA was like open doors for me, because of them, and stuff like that. So I do appreciate everything that the Vietnam vets did, Desert Storm vets, and stuff like that. Um, my war when I went to Afghanistan and stuff like that, I appreciate how they just, like warned me, like, I was going to see in Afghanistan, some of the things I was going to go through in Afghanistan, and stuff like that. One thing I can honestly say about being in the military is that, like, I can't, I don't regret anything that I did, for the nation, even though the nation don't care about people of color that much. And I got treated like crap when I got back. I promise you. Well, not by my family, and stuff like that, but by like like real estate agents. I got treated like crap. Law enforcement, all of that. Like, still got treated like crap. I'm like, I served the country. I put my life on the line, and I still get treated like crap. And it was like that. It was like that. Like police don't care if you're on combat status or not. They don't care.
Police have killed.
They don't care if you did nothing wrong or not. If they need to give a ticket, they gotta give you a ticket. Whether you did something wrong or not. If you was at the wrong place at the wrong time, show up to court. That's what they always say. Show up to court. You know. I need to get rid of that. I'm really done with that. Show up to court nonsense. Whether you did something wrong or not, show up to court. Like what the? Nah, that's a waste of time. And we need to get real cops like that.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a ticket for a dark tents. I don't even got no tents on my car. Give me a ticket for, being double parked in my own driveway. Like, like stuff like that make no sense. I get double parked in my own driveway. Like, how do I get double parked charge? It's stuff like that makes no sense. And the judge ruled on their side. Like, seriously, the judge ruled on their side. Like, I'm like, I was in my own driveway. Like, I'm not double parked in my own driveway. And I'm not in an apartment. I'm at a house. Like, I get double parked in my own driveway.
You can fight that too, because that cop sounds like he's being a jerk.
I went to court for that and lost. I lost that one. I lost that one.
How did you lose?
Huh?
How did you lose?
Like I said, Your Honor, if you look at the ticket, the address is my house. I was in my yard. Like, I got the ticket in my yard, double parked in my own yard. The police went into my yard and put the ticket on my window.
Okay, but how did you lose that? I mean,
like, the judge is like guilty. Were you double parked? I was like, I was not double parked. I was in my driveway. Your Honor. Answer the question. Yes or no? Well, I said no, Your Honor. Like, guilty. Like, it took you too long, I guess. It took me too long to answer the question. They probably want yes or no answer, and it took me too long to say yes or no. But yeah, that's what happened. I got a ticket for having two dark tents, and I don't even have no tents on my car, and I didn't have no tents on the car at the time either. I went to court for it. I lost that, even though I got no tents. Had pictures on my car and everything. Had no tents on my car. I lost that one. Your Honor, I don't have any tents on my car. Here's pictures of my car. I don't have any tents on my car. I lost that one. I was like, I lose them tickets. I lose all of them cases. I lose all of them cases. I go in a suit, like tie, everything. I still lose. Yeah. I still lose. So I don't know. Tickets, like every time I try to find a ticket, I lose. Like, and I get tickets for like stuff that like other people could beat, but I can't beat them. I can't beat them. Show up to court, we'll throw it out. I show up to court, they don't throw it out. So I don't know, but I think that one day, I change all of that. One day I change it where the police don't do that anymore. Be like, give out those short the court tickets. When they know people didn't do anything wrong. One day I change that. I should write a book about that. I should.
The way I look at it, this is how I see it, and I mean this. These cops who constantly think they can just violate people's rights, who think they can do what they want to do and think they're going to get away with it, I promise you, they're not getting away with it. And I hope someone hears it, but their days are numbered. And that's how I'm going to say it. Their days are numbered.
Well, I don't think Biden going to do anything. Biden is I'm
not talking about Biden. I'm not talking about Biden. I didn't say Biden. I could care less about Biden right now. But I just said their days are numbered. Because, see, I answer to a higher someone higher than Biden, and all I'm saying,
I get you. I get you. I get
and
you.
those are the words I'm using. Their days are numbered. They haven't gotten away with anything, and they will. The way I look at it is they're all on borrowed time.
Well, everybody days numbered in that case. Everybody days numbered in that case. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know how long we got. Everybody be like,
So,
the end is near. It's coming near. I don't know when it's
so,
coming.
so all these people
I
who
don't know.
think that, well, I'm talking about, I'm keeping it like on the topic, like police officers who think they're living on easy street right now. Your days are numbered, and I hope you see me see, because God sees
Oh, that
everything.
finger. That finger. All right, all right. So we got through Martin Luther King Day, right? We got through Martin Luther King Day, which was excellent. The virtual parade, amazing. But what I didn't realize was that speaking of, we talking about the police, he was arrested 30 times throughout his life. 30 times. And all 30 was by who? The FBI.
Hmm.
And this man got a federal holiday. Anything is possible in this country. Anything. This man got a
Well,
federal holiday, and he was arrested 30 times by the
well,
FBI.
anything is possible if when God allows it to happen. I don't care what man's I don't care what man says. If God says something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And man can make all the rules and all the so-called silly legislations you want to make. Um, if God says my child is gonna get this, I like to see someone try to put an armbar on God Himself. I mean, I guess get triggered on certain things. I can't because I can't stand bullies. And I don't care how flashy your badge is and how many bullets your gun has in the chamber. You're a coward and your days are numbered.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's they got shiny badges. But I don't know. The police, I don't know. They if the FBI arrested him 30 times and he got a federal holiday, it must be something wrong with law enforcement because like they didn't succeed because he still got a federal holiday. They didn't succeed at what they was doing. They probably killed him, but he still got a federal holiday. So they didn't succeed at what they was doing. Like, it's so crazy that most of them take his date. Most of them take Martin Luther King Day off to be at the parade.
Mm.
Law enforcement, man, I don't know, man. They pretty messed up, man. They pretty messed up. You know, I mean, they pretty messed up.
Oh yeah,
I
well,
was looking at a documentary on here. I was looking at a documentary on here, and it was telling me the history of law enforcement. How it was like, how they were like the what you call it, slave patrols and all
the
of that.
slave. Yeah, police came out of the slave patrols, and they went basically what they did were they went after either slaves that were freed or either escaped, and well, that's how the modern day police came out of the slave patrols. And
Yeah.
they also had something too. Back then, they enacted something back then known as the Casual Killing Act, which basically stated that in the process of correcting their slave, an owner, if he actually killed the slave in the process of correcting him, he wouldn't stand or be held accountable for it. Well,
Oh,
today
so
they
that's like the immunity act that they got right now.
kind of, yeah, it's
Because
basically like the 21st century version of the Casual Killing Act.
oh man. That's pretty weird. The immunity, like because they could kill you know a person in seizure, and if they killed the person in seizure, they got immunities. But if the person is unarmed and they happen to defend themselves,
You know
like
the
the
cops
person
that
that defend themselves and they unarmed and the police is armed, if they want to defend themselves, then that's assault on officer. Whereas if I think if the police, threaten to kill a person that's unarmed, if they threaten to kill a person that's unarmed, they fire, they miss, and stuff like that. The person, defend themselves afterwards, get the weapon, and run away. I think it should be a self defense, thing right there. It should be a self defense thing somewhere. I think I think there should be a self defense against law enforcement. I'm sorry, but I honestly
you know
believe it.
the cops. Do you know the cops that murdered Breonna Taylor went to jail for? They didn't go to jail for killing Breonna Taylor. They went to jail.
For violent civil rights.
No, they went to jail for firing into the apartment next door, for basically shooting up some real estate because of their wild shooting. They didn't go to jail for actually killing her. Basically, her life meant nothing, and that's not why they went to jail.
Well, most of the time if you want someone to, all right. Well, I know with Aubrey, I know with the Aubrey guy, Ahmaud Aubrey, I know that they could do a life sentence for violating civil rights. They can't go to jail for a hate crime or the murder of Aubrey. They can't go to jail for the murder of Aubrey, but I mean they can't get sentenced for the murder of Aubrey, but they could get sentenced for violating his civil rights. So, like that's what we should be start doing. Hey, let's get them for civil rights violations, and then they'll get the picture. Let's get them for civil rights violations. But everybody want to do the murder. It's harder to get the murder on there than it is to get a civil rights violation. So, you could get a life sentence for a civil rights violation. So they got they got arrested just for destroying the property. They didn't get, that's it?
Yep.
Oh. What about firing at her boyfriend?
They dropped the charges against him, but see, it was a no-knock warrant. And plus, he's in a state where he can legally have a weapon, so that didn't matter, though.
Yeah, it's an open carry. Yeah, it's an open carry. Yeah, Kentucky.
Or he was in his, but he was in his own home.
Mm-hmm. And they could be in a hallway with a weapon. So, I mean, the police could be in the hallway. They don't even got announced there are police in Kentucky. They could just be a random person with a weapon flashing it. It's open carry there. So, I don't know. Kentucky is a very different state than all the. Well, it's a commonwealth, to tell you the truth.
It's a Commonwealth state, and Trent Cameron, he's the resident. He's the coon that's the governor of the state.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. It's pretty tough over there. But they got Rand Paul there to make everything digitized, so he could digitize everything. Yeah, digitize everything. They got Rand Paul over there. They got Mitch McConnell over there too. They got Mitch McConnell. Let's not forget about Mitch McConnell. He used to be a judge up there where Breonna Taylor got killed at in Louisville. Mitch McConnell was a judge over there in the 90s. I don't understand. why would the neighbors of Ahmaud Arbery like kill him for entering a home that's owned by black people?
He entered a home that was owned by black people. I didn't know. I don't know about that. I
Yeah,
just know he was.
that home in that area, a black family own it now. So
Well, it was under construction,
yeah,
and I know they say he was just looking. I
so,
mean, even if
right?
he okay, if he was looking into a home under construction, the fact that he was just jogging through the neighborhood, that shouldn't warrant them to murder him. And people want to try to justify the reason why he had to die. And then those two were ex police officers anyway, and then they shot him twice with a 12 gauge. And he was trying to avoid them. And then, not to mention, they stalked him.
They didn't shoot him twice with a 12 gauge. They executed him twice with 12 gauge.
Yeah, so same thing.
He was that close to them. Like it was that close, you know. You say execute, you know.
He was trying to avoid them though, and they stalked him.
Yep.
They blocked him off. They
He
blocked
punched
him.
them. He punched one of them first. I guess they just they couldn't do it. He hit too hard. Yeah, man. That's messed up. You defend yourself and you get killed. That's messed up. That's messed up. Like he was just trying to exercise.
They've been
But
trying to.
yeah, it turns out that their neighbor were black. So I don't know. The people that had that house under construction was black people. So I don't know. That sucks for them. You know, if they get off, they're gonna be mad because their neighbor is black. So that sucks for them. The house that they was trying to protect, who would have thought a black person was moving in? That's a shame. That would have been a waste of time. They killed him for nothing then. They didn't want no black people in the neighborhood. It turns out the person moving in was black. Oh man. Oh
I think
man.
that I think that we should. I think we should learn about weapons and learn how to defend ourselves. That's honestly how I feel.
Well, weapon safety, you know, well, yeah, I guess, yeah, that Second Amendment was created to kill us. So, yeah, you're right. That Second Amendment was created to kill us. You looked into it, right? You read about it, and you found that out. That's depressing. They had created the Second Amendment just in case there would be an uprising in black people.
It needs to be one, and it needs to be. I'm not talking about no protests. I'm not talking about no marching through the streets. I ain't talking about that. We shall overcome stuff. No, I'm talking about us arming ourselves and defending ourselves, need be.
Well, that's what Trump tried to do, and look what happened to him.
I'm not talking about what that January 6th fiasco. I'm not talking about nothing like that. That's not what I'm talking about.
Precious to God. How you doing, my sister in Germany? She in Germany. Precious to God TV. You see her? She in Germany.
Oh, no, I'm able to see the chat.
Yeah, she over there in Germany. She got it rough over there too, man. They killing people they killing black people over there too in Germany.
Germany has always been one of those racist European nations.
They kill black people over there. The police killing black people over there too. Yeah, Happy New Year. I don't really do all of that. I said I'd rather celebrate Yom Kippur and stuff, but Happy New Year. The real New Year, Yom Kippur. The real New Year. The Hebrew New Year. But yeah, man, they do that. They do that all the time, man. They do that all the time, man. I just don't understand why all these people doing all this stuff, man. I know that's on the news, but like a lot of stuff don't even get broadcast, because it's depressing. It happens so much and so often around the nation. And like people don't say nothing about it, they don't broadcast it. So it
Well,
happens so
tomorrow,
much.
tomorrow, they're gearing up for inauguration, and they are really locking stuff down because of what happened on January 6th at the Capitol. So it'll be real interesting to know how things turn out tomorrow.
Well, Pence gonna be there.
Who?
Mike Pence gonna be there.
Hmm.
Mike Pence gonna be there to do the transfer of power thing.
Yeah.
I guess one of them got to be there, either the president or the vice president. I guess both of them don't have to be there. So the transfer of power thing.
Well, if he had a double impeachment, I don't know how that's going to work, but I don't know if he'll be there or not. Yeah, I heard that Pence is going to be there.
Yeah, Mike Pence gonna definitely be there. I didn't even think Mike Pence was gonna show up. I thought he was gonna be at the farewell. But I heard he was gonna be there. I was like, oh, it's like that. They not even friends no more.
The farewell, what's that?
Huh?
You said that a farewell. What farewell?
No, Trump gonna do a farewell. So I thought
Oh,
that Mike Pence was gonna be at Trump farewell in
hmm.
New York. No, is he gonna be in New York or is he gonna be at Mar-a-Lago? I
I
don't know,
have no clue.
one of them. Mar-a-Lago would make more sense because people looking for him in New York.
Yeah,
So,
Mar-a-Lago, that is one of his homes, or yeah,
yeah,
he's got this in Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago is in Florida. So yeah,
Yeah, I know where that is. I'm not sure where is it gonna be though.
yeah, it would make more sense for him to do it in Mar-a-Lago than New York. Barron is more familiar with the penthouse in New York, but you know, I guess Barron gotta get used to Mar-a-Lago. I can't believe this, man. You mean to tell me we're gonna have another president with all grown kids again? Oh man. Last time we had that was with Bush.
Well, it is what it is. But people got their but I think they looking into Hunter Biden. It's not looking too good for him. Matter
Who?
of fact, they're looking into Joe too. I'm sure you've been heard the stories about Hunter Biden.
Well, I
They
know that
they're
they
trying.
not. I know they all for mass incarceration and all of
Yeah, they're
that.
trying to bring charges up on him. They're bringing real serious charges up on him.
Who? Biden?
No, on his son.
Oh, oh, Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter Biden.
Oh, for his collusion with Russia.
No, that was the Trumps with Russia.
Oh,
Hunter Biden, they're trying to bring charges up on him on pedophilia, and it's a
what?
video circulating of him having sex with underage children and smoking crack.
Hunter? You sure about that? The man
Yeah.
that look like he got it together? Oh man.
It's
Yeah,
a whole lot of these politicians look like they got it together, and behind closed doors, they doing
yeah,
some
not the
shady
Kennedy,
stuff.
huh? Yeah, not the Kennedy.
Yeah, just because they look like they don't let the looks fool you. They can have a real nice looking outer shell, and inside be the devil.
Yeah, he probably torn up, man. He probably torn up, man, inside because he lost his brother, Bo. You know, he lost his brother, Bo, so he probably torn up. But underage children, I can understand him
Well,
on
I lost my
cocaine.
sister. I lost my oldest sister last year, but I'm not out doing devious things.
Yeah, I know you're not snorting, but yeah, Hunter is rich, so Hunter, going around snorting, he get hurt, he snort. He's like, what's there to lose, So he lost his brother Bo, man. I mean, he snort, he got money. That's what rich people do. They snort when they hurt. Name one
Okay,
rich person. Name one
explain.
rich person that doesn't snort when they hurt.
Okay, well, explain the pedophilia.
Well, I don't got no excuse for that. I don't got no excuse. I don't got no excuse for that. Okay, I don't got no excuse. I don't got no excuse for that. That right there gotta go. But I know rich people when they got that money. I mean, they get hurt. They snort like it. That's all they. But they get over it. Most of them stop. So most of them stop. I'm pretty sure that Hunter gonna stop anytime soon. So he gonna stop.
I doubt it, but whatever.
You don't.
I could really care less about Hunter Biden, to be honest with you. I really could. I could care less about his activities, but truth be told, they shouldn't, just because he comes from a certain family or his family holds some kind of political sway, should not make them exempt from having to stand justice.
That's true. That's true. Hunter should be, arrested for, pedophilia and stuff. He should be arrested for that and being a user of narcotics. But they ain't gonna get him for narcotics. But they probably get him for the pedophilia. I don't think they're gonna get him for narcotics.
But you
But
know,
but that won't affect Biden's like chances as president. That won't affect him from being a president. Like he's still gonna be the president. So
well,
that's
you
the
know what though?
because Hunter is grown. Now if Hunter was a child, then they could, get him on, snorting and stuff like that. But since he's not a child, they can't really like remove Biden because his son snorts. They can't remove him. So,
Well, I'm
but
gonna say this, but when you have the complexion for protection, you can basically do anything you want to do in this country and get away scot free. But that's man's law. But when he stands for the Most High, he's not going to get any special protections or any kind of special privileges or nothing. He's going to stand and own all that. That I promise you.
you're right.
Because in due time,
You
his
hear
knee
what
will bow. Huh?
Tara said that Hunter is a spoiled brat. The one that snort crack, 1SP, the ones that smoke crack don't snort, they smoke. Oh, they smoke. According to Whitney Houston, crack is whack. The
The
rich.
snorting, that's cocaine. That's what they snort is cocaine. Crack is what they smoke.
Okay.
Cause see, that's all crack is rock cocaine.
Oh.
But what I was saying before, in due time, Hunter Biden's knees gonna bow and his tongue is gonna confess, and that's all I'm gonna say. See, you may get away with it in man's flawed, screwed up system, but in God's perfect system, you won't get away with nothing.
Man. So he on crack? The Rock?
I don't know if he's on it, but he was caught smoking it in that video.
Oh man. Oh man. Not Honda on the Rock. Oh man. I'm thinking he's snorting. He smoke. Oh man. That's worse. Oh man. That's humiliating. He must really didn't want his dad to become president. He was like, forget you. I'm doing this. Like, oh man. But yeah, he does got the color of protection on him. He does. All of them. Even Linda. All of them, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. All of it, they all for mass murder. I mean, not mass murder, mass incarceration. They're all for mass incarceration. You got, um, you got Joe Biden. You know that signed that crime bill. You know, help. Well, he didn't really do most of it. He did most. And you got what's her name? Kamala Harris that did the same thing in New York, mass incarceration. That for mandatory minimums and all of that. Like, oh
Kamala
man,
Harrison. Kamala Harrison was, I think, a senator here in California, not New York.
yeah.
Yeah.
She was the you got Kamala Harris, you got all these people, man. That's for all the mandatory minimums and all of that.
Well, all I'm saying is this: is that people think that things was bad under Trump and Pence, and
But don't
Biden and
be
Harris will be a cakewalk.
right. They're gonna try to prove that they worse. They're gonna try to prove that they worse. They
They
got
don't.
something to prove.
They don't call Joe Biden Jim Crow Joe for nothing.
Oh,
Nah.
that's what they call him. That's what they call him. That's what
Mm-hmm.
they call him. Oh man. Oh man,
Then
that's
a few
horrible,
weeks,
man.
then a few weeks ago, Joe
He
Biden
was
was
the
having.
youngest Jim Crow, huh?
Mm-hmm.
He was
And
the
then a few
youngest
weeks ago,
senator in history, so he was. He became what 20 at the, he became senator at the age of what 25? He was the youngest senator in history.
a few
25.
weeks ago, Joe Biden was having a closed door meeting. Well, it was supposed to be a closed door meeting. I guess he didn't know somebody was recording it, but he's having some type of meeting where he's talking down to all these civil rights leaders and telling them they need to do this and that. And I mean, just talking to them like a bunch of slaves.
Hmm. Well, we about to see. We about to see exactly what he gonna do, man. Obama all for him though. Obama all for him.
Yeah, well, Obama wasn't completely for us either. So
Obama got on the Biden bandwagon when Sanders dropped out. When Sanders
well,
dropped out, then that's when Obama got on the Biden bandwagon.
yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
I admit I drank the Obama Kool-Aid too. I admit.
Oh, you joined it. Oh, you fell for it the first time.
I fell for the okey doke. Yep, sure did.
Uh, oh, you was like, oh yeah, yeah. I don't know. Obama, I don't know. He wasn't that captivating to me. He wasn't that captivating. When when he said he was gonna run for president, all the way back in '06, I think '06. When he said he was gonna run for president in '06, I was like, man, a black man gonna run for president again? Oh man, here we go. Another Jesse Jackson. But then I saw how young he was. But then I was like, Jesse Jackson was young. I was like, oh, I don't know. Jesse Jackson, what, 38, 39 when he ran for president? So I was like, I don't know if he gonna win. But he beat Hillary. Once he beat Hillary, I was like, oh, he gonna win. I was like, he gonna win. Whoever he go against, he gonna win.
Yep.
That's who he won against. I can't believe he beat Romney the second time. But Romney didn't even know what he was doing. Every time he got there, he didn't even know how to answer none of the questions.
No, he didn't.
Romney made it easy for him to win, man. That debate that Obama and Romney had, oh man, Romney just like opened the question. He made the question look easy for Obama. I was like, what is Romney doing? I was like, man. Yeah, I ain't vote that. I ain't vote that time. I ain't vote that time. That 2020 election, I ain't vote for nobody. Not 2020. That 2012 election. I ain't vote for nobody.
So what's it like where you at in Florida?
Hmm?
What's it like in Florida?
Oh, I'm in Canada. Tara in Florida.
Oh, you in Canada?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, like what, Toronto?
No, Winnipeg.
Oh yeah, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Okay, yeah, I know somebody from Winnipeg.
Yeah. Manitoba is quiet.
Yeah, I heard that Nova Scotia has the largest population of blacks in Canada,
Yeah.
and
Most
I
of them
think
were runaway slaves.
and I think the majority of them are in Halifax. But then I heard a lot of them came to Toronto too from Nova Scotia. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're descendants of runaway slaves, man, in Nova Scotia.
yeah.
Stuff like.
I know
Yeah,
another
but
contact in Toronto.
they got Aborigine. They got a lot of Aborigines. Indigenous people there too. They got a lot of
Yeah,
Native Americans there, so it's pretty crazy over there. But they got Native American. It's a melting pot in Nova Scotia now. It's a melting
yeah.
pot.
I didn't know you were Canadian.
No, 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 I'm not. I came up here. I came up here what a year ago uh, because my son needed to. Um, he had a learning issue. Well, now it's handled, but he had a learning issue, and I came up here because of just for the education. And now I'm ready to go back to like Florida. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go back soon.
Okay.
I'm ready to go back. So ain't a learning issue no more. I'm looking at Tara in Florida, and stuff like that. Thank you for the thank you. You've been more than helpful. I didn't plan on staying here for 2 hours. I need to get off here. I know that much. I've been trying to like raid people, but nobody don't want to go to the raid.
I appreciate you invite me to share your platform too. I
You going
thought
out
when I
tomorrow?
Hmm.
You going live tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm not sure. No, actually, I'll be busy. I'm helping out on something else tomorrow. I'll be helping out doing a virtual concert, having set that up.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what you set that up.
But yeah, when I saw your name, One SP, I'm like, hey, I know that name, One SP. I'm like, yeah, that's my Christian brother. Yeah, I know that brother.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
ain't do all that. I ain't do all that Lord stuff today. People, I ain't do no prayers today. People used to me doing all them prayers, but I've been a little political now. Past week or so. Well, actually,
uh,
2 weeks. So
yeah,
I've been political.
you can pray and be political at the same time. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, man. People like, oh, I don't like politics, but I'm like, everything is politics, man. From the moment you, from the moment you drive your car to the moment you stop your car, like it's political. Traffic laws is political. Like you come on your TV, like the programs that's on, like everything is political. Like it's nothing that's not political. Like when you go buy stuff, like politics have to make the rules for you to buy stuff. The rules for the store to put out stuff for you to buy. The rules for the stuff to get to where you are. Like everything is politics. So like I can't overlook like everything and be like, oh, like I can't overlook it. Like the fact that we on here, and stuff. Somebody had to make the rules for us to be on here, make the rules while we're on here, and the rules when we get off, and stuff like that. The internet itself, like there's a bunch of laws for the internet that people violate all the time, but there's a lot of laws for the internet. So everything is politics,
Yeah,
you know,
everything's political.
everything, and it's hard to overlook, like a lot of stuff, especially suicide.
Yeah.
Death is death is normal. Everybody gonna die. But when we ignore, you know, people, that's crying out for something and killing themselves, there's something wrong with us. They think the problem was them, but the problem really, you know, is society because society not paying them attention. We
A
overlooking
couple
them.
ye- a couple years ago, actually, I did a video about a content creator that was based in New York City. He
Hmm.
was really popular. He committed suicide. I believe his name was Etika. I really didn't listen to his content, but I happened to read about him that day.
Hmm.
And when I read up on him, I'm like, man, this guy was popular. You would think that with the fan base he had, you would think that he had it going on. And just so happens, I mean, from the outside, yeah, it looked like he did have it, but this guy was he was hurting. He was dealing with a lot, depression and stuff. And yeah, if you just go to my video library, you see it's about Etika
I will. I will.
and they found his body in the Hudson River in New York City, and people would, you never know why. We never know what people are dealing with or what they're going through. That's why it's so good to not, why it's important to not be judging people and looking down on folks because you never know.
Yeah, Etika.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to thank you for coming on here again, the real. Aaron Collins. I'm gonna have to thank you for coming on here. I'm gonna have to thank Tara for being an exceptional um, mod and co-host. And I'm gonna have to thank everybody for showing up today and going to the raid because I am about to go over there to where I sent y'all the link to go. I'm about to go over there right now.
Joe, what is the link to again?
It's the Love Empire. I know you've been there before because she from California and she running for governor. She's the only YouTuber out here running for governor over there in California because she tired of Newsom. She tired of Newsom.
It's called the Love Empire.
Yeah, I'm finna put it in there, the link right there.
Okay.
She tired of Newsom.
All
I
right,
know you
one
tired
SP.
of Newsom too.
Yeah, I'm tired of Newsom too. He tried to make it against the law, the singing church and all that other stuff. I think the guy's a complete idiot, to be honest with you. I want to take my shoe off and throw it at him.
That's funny. Yeah. Oh man, I hope it ain't no boot, man. I hope it ain't no boot. I hope it's like a flip flop or something, man.
No,
Cause
it ain't no flip flop. I'm talking about a hard, polished up combat boot.
oh. Steel toe?
Oh, definitely.
He said definitely a steel toe. Oh man. This man but this man ran for governor in a time when California needed to maintain legalization on marijuana. So he ran for governor when nobody else wanted to. So I mean, now after he did what he had to do, y'all ready to get rid of him? Yeah, get rid of him. Get rid of him.
I mean, when this pandemic happened, he made all the churches close with the bars and stuff were able to stay open. But some churches though fought back, said, you know what, we tired of being closed. We gonna open.
Well, I mean, it's like that all over the world. Like churches opened up because they felt like opening up. You know. But yeah,
The ch-
I can believe that. Liquor stores are open 24 hours everywhere.
Mhm.
24 hours. Ain't that something?
And then he get caught. He get caught at some kind of dinner. Nobody's wearing a mask. Nobody's socially distanced. But he's putting all these rules and regulations on everyone else. I think the man's a hypocrite and a fool. And I'm being nice right now because I want to sound off on him.
Oh, well, I mean, ain't he related to, what's her name? That's in the White House? Um, the chick that wore the kente cloth. I forgot. The white chick that wore the kente cloth. The Speaker of the House.
Um,
The one that they stole her podium. And the one that the man was standing that was on that had his foot on her desk. I forgot her name.
not
The one
Nancy
that always
Pelosi.
argued with Nancy Pelosi. Ain't he related to Nancy Pelosi?
Nah, not that I know of.
Yeah, I thought your governor was related to Nancy Pelosi. That's how everybody know him. Like he related to Nancy Pelosi.
If he is, that's brand new knowledge for me. I
Yeah, I
don't
thought
care
it
who
was
he related to. I'm ready for him to get on.
Nancy Pelosi. Like, they need to get her out of office too, man. They need to get her out of office. Cause it seemed like she was just there to argue with Trump. Like, what's her purpose now? Cause she wouldn't. That's all she did, argue with Trump.
Yeah, Pelosi and Trump couldn't stand each other. we know that's not exactly news. That's common knowledge by now.
Yeah, I don't know what she gonna do now because Trump gone. She don't got nobody to argue with. She can't argue with Kamala Harris. She can't argue with Kamala Harris. Kamala put her place. Oh man. Or she just
I'm
ignore her.
I'm personally getting tired of all of them.
Yeah, the whole White House. Yeah. They need to just put younger people all up in there. They need to throw younger people in there. It'd be much easier. It'd be easier to manage.
Yeah. All right then,
All right, yeah,
one SP.
I'm
I
about to go. I'm
appreciate you.
really about to go over there to the Love Empire channel. This is one SP. I'm not telling you anything. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm waving now. I'm closing out. It's been nice having everybody here and stuff like that. This is one SP. I'm not telling you anything. You already know. It's time for a crusade. It's too easy. Let's get it.
God bless you.